Your man JC here again with another episode for the fight for Batumi. If you check my channel, you will see 2 episodes down already published, and now we're down for episode number 3. This is a series of vignettes or stories using up to this point just DCS, which is a flight simulator. Now I decided to expand that, and I'm going to be using Arma today to simulate some infantry combat. Again, in today's vignette, we're continuing around the area of Bagrationi Street, which is a street in real life Batumi, and we have one T-72 tank from the Georgian forces. It has been disabled, it is immobile, the gun works, the machine gun works, and the crew is completely fine. But the Russians are approaching, and they're going to try to take it out with rockets or something for that effect. And we have a very small force, and today we have just 5 people. We will have these 2 guys over there on the right flank, and I'm using a machine gun and to protect the left flank. That's the mission for today. And I want to bring to your attention, this is particularly very good series of books for from Special Tactics. This machine gun employment. It is available through the Amazon store as a Kindle document. You can buy hard copies from Special Tactics too. I really love these books because they are very concise, very graphic, very easy to grasp. There's very little to read, a lot to think, and a lot to watch. So in this case, we have 2 machine guns. The one on the right would be like the tank. The enemy is approaching through Bagrationi Street, which is, where the enemy is coming from. And from our left flank, I'm going to be placing my machine gun or myself in that type of oblique fire, and I'm going to be shooting from the left to the enemy that is moving around. So without further ado, let's go into the video. Just a quick look at the right flank, and with my 2 remaining men, I'm moving towards our left flank. Look at this street, it's perfect for the Russians to approach and place a rocket or something else onto our tank. There is like a road, a very important road just in front of us, so it sounds like a great opportunity to place my machine gun and do some serious damage to the Russians. I'm gonna place my 2-man team into those positions. I'm gonna place them so they can back me up. Just in place it. I used that plant pot over there as a kind of not a complete, but sort of a keyhole position. The Russians are already trying to flank. That is, they move it out of the main road, and now they are trying to flank the tank, which already, I can assure you, already fired on them. And now I'm changing the not the magazine, but refeeding the machine gun, and it's never kind of a fast process. But fortunately, due to the presence of my other 2 guys, one of them engaged and took out the threat.
200 meters
so far, 2 enemy down, and we are in good shape.
Stay low.
Waiting is never
Move left.
something short and sweet, but full of tension. So I'm gonna start covering my own left flank. And I'm gonna move one of my guys. What I'm gonna do, it is because you see there is a bend over there, like a curve. So I want to be directly with a good line of sight on that intersection.
He's down.
So that's what I'm gonna try to do in the next 10 minutes or so, moving through the left. And I will have to be very careful.
Fall back.
Solid copy.
Three, move up.
On the way. Standing by.
This could be a nice position. I almost have that intersection. At least I'm avoiding the slope of it. I cannot avoid the slope of it, but there is no cover here. It's not a good keyhole position, and I feel that I am too exposed to enemy fire. Yeah, that's the intersection. It's a good place, but it's not keyholed. So let's move on.
Three, move left.
Copy that. Ready.
Three, move left.
Wilco. Negative.
Three, move left.
On the way. Ready.
Good concealment here. Cover. It's kind of spotty. And the field of fire is great. but I'm not gonna be able to sustain. And I don't know if you notice it, my number 3 is refusing to move up, so it's glitching around. I don't want to move him anywhere else because I'm sure he's gonna end up in the middle of the street. So I'm not gonna do that. Oh, our tank is kind of shooting, I see. That's great. Yeah, the tank is shooting. So it must have seen anything. So let's better keep our eyes open.
Right, 100 meters front. Rifleman, 200 meters front.
Ugh, under fire. This is exactly what I didn't need. Not when I don't have number 2 and number 3, but I cannot make the move precisely the way I want. So I'm gonna keep them there and try to kind of snipe out that enemy that is lurking somewhere. That enemy is on the far side of the intersection, so he's technically in the right flank, but there is a slope over there and that is protecting him. There it is, there it is. He's shooting back. Did I drop him? Well, eventually I will have to hunt him down.
Three, move left.
Solid copy.
I just brought number 3. Let's see what he does.
No can do.
Three, move left.
On the way.
Yeah, take your time, number 3. It's not that we are having a war or anything like that.
No, sir.
Wow, there is still some movement down there. We'll have to move forward and clean it up. So this is kind of nasty to do. No support. My number 2 and my number 3, they're back over there. This is no good. I'm not trusting their pathfinding capabilities. If they are not stuck, they probably do something silly and get killed. So I decided to move. Oh, gunfire. I wonder if that's the guy that moved forward. So I am almost at the intersection. I see some Russian casualties over here. That's the intersection. I want to check in the map before I move into that nasty place. Nobody is reporting anything, so I'm gonna just move forward. So, by the way, at this point, that's the intersection. I had a previous position which had, you know, around the trees and the rocks and that cliff that was back. But I just felt compelled to move forward to clean this up. Probably not a good idea. I'm completely unprotected. I'm just trying to do some cleanup here. This is a freaking intersection. I don't know if you have... Oh, there is a casualty over there. I don't know if this is new or the guy that just we saw last moving around. So anyway, I'm overextended now. Need to call my guys. There seems to be no threat. So anyway, I hope that, you know, you can check the book if you're interested in the use of machine guns. Very useful for Arma. The entire series is phenomenal. So I truly recommend it. And well, as for us, I will see you
2.
in the
Move
next
100 meters
episode.
left.
Thank you very much, and out.